Good evening and salutations, my GH fans. This episode was somewhat of a mixed bag. Most of it didn't work, some of it did. And I want to start off with the Sonny and Joss and Dex scene. Now, he knew for a long time, like when he walked up to him, he was like, I've always wanted to see you two together. And what he basically said was like, I'm disappointed in Dex not telling him. He knew for a very long time that they were together. And he even said he was like, listen, I'm not like the romance police or whatever. And he does sit there and ask Josh, he's like, yo, listen, does your mother know? And she's like, yeah, she knows. Now Sonny said to Dex that if Dex didn't save Sonny's life, they would have been having a very different conversation. But when you stop to think about it, bro, what was you exactly going to do if he was not there dating Joss? Joss isn't your daughter, okay? It's not your daughter. The only thing that you could have really did was sit there and say, yo, listen, she's off limits. That's about it. That's not your daughter, you know? So it's like, what was you going to sit there and do? Kill him? Like, Joss the whole time kept sitting there thinking, if Sonny found out, he would kill Dex. But I'm like, why? You know? Now, the one thing I was actually surprised about in this scene is that Joss didn't have her usual pretty much F you Sonny kind of attitude. She was just, I don't know. She wasn't really scared. Maybe she was scared for Dex, but it was like she didn't have that usual defiant attitude. She seemed like she was more either embarrassed or just like, whatever. Like she was kind of scared or something, which I really didn't understand. Um, but all Sonny said was like, listen, I just want to make sure this is not going to impede your job. So you good? All right, I got a job for you. And that was pretty much about it. And, a lot of people in the comment sections, even like months before when they started like seeing each other, a lot of people were just like, yeah, it's not going to be that big of a deal. You know? Now, another scene that I liked was the Spencer and Victor scene. You've been watching my videos for a while. You know how I feel about Spencer. I don't think I'm ever going to really like him because of his personality, but I will give him credit where credit's due. His selflessness, because he realized he was like, listen, I'm not going to sit there and probably get out of here, but I would trade you me for my brother. He found out the brother was on the boat, but of course, Victor was just like, I'm not, nah, y'all both staying, and so I give him points for that. And towards the end of the episode, Trina was there. Now, I had a feeling when Trina was there because most of the people in the comment section was probably like already theorizing that she was there. And when Portia came to the dorm and knocked on the door and Josh came and let her in, I knew most likely that's what she was. So yeah, she's on the boat as well. So that's gonna be a very interesting scene moving forward, probably tomorrow. The scene with Portia and Josh was now Portia having a problem with Spencer dating Trina, talking about how maybe Spencer's gonna sit there and hurt Trina. I'm like, bro, you lied to this girl for years. Do you really want to sit there and start saying that Spencer's gonna sit there and hurt? Like, you're the last person to be sitting there talking about hurting Trina. So when she was like, practically just had that whole I don't approve of their relationship, I'm like, bro, you're not in a position to sit there and approve or disapprove. You're still in the outs with her because you lied to her since she was born. So, like, on that note, just stop. Um, There was really no change in Anna's condition. I think they have another Charlotte now, where it's just like Charlotte number three. Unless she did something to her hair, it was just pretty much Charlotte number three. So I don't know yet, but let me know in the comment section. Felicia's there, not Dante, Robert's there, and Jordan's there, and they're pretty much just cutting Jordan up on everything that's going on. So that was really about it. Nina and Carly are kind of freaking out because they're wondering where Liesel's at. And Sonny comes in, and at first Sonny's they're asking questions like, "So, Carly, did you know about Joss and Dex?" And they're both sitting there looking at him like, "Yo, bro, this is literally the worst time you could be asking those questions." They're sitting there trying to look for Liesel. Dex can't find her, but found the charm. Now, Nina did have that whole worried look on her face when he was talking about what could have possibly happened to Liesel. And, Nina Smith did think about the conversation she had with Carly. Towards the end, Nina's like, "I'm going to sit there and find her, and you're going to help me. I need you to do whatever it takes to find her." And Sonny's like, "Do you know what you're asking?" First of all, I'm just like, I kind of felt like he should have been doing that anyway, as opposed to, "Do you know what kind of favor you're asking?" It should just be like, "Yeah, we're going to do this, and that's just it." As opposed to, like, he's some sort of genie with monkey's paws or something like that. The monkey paw thing. But I didn't really understand why he asked a question like that, like, "You sure? Because you know what you're asking me to do." It's like, I didn't really get that. But listen, it's for a daughter, so she's like, "Yo, listen, do what you got to do, get it done. I don't care how, just do it." Michael and Willow didn't really do anything in this episode. They contribute 1 ounce to this episode. Oh yeah, also Drew and Carly was there, and Drew and Carly probably tomorrow, because you see at the end of the episode today that they're going to sit there and tell them the bad news about Liesel being missing. So I don't know how this whole thing is going to come to an end, because unless Trina and Spencer are going to somehow stop Victor from escaping, which I don't even think they're going to do, but I'm wondering how this whole thing is gonna go. So I'm interested in that stuff. Um, Esme's freaking out like she should, and Laura comes in, and Dante comes in, and they take Esme to the hospital. And that chick is having nightmares. But Dante and Laura was looking through the footage and found one of Victor's, henchmen. So they know that Victor's behind it. Because at first, Esme was sitting there name dropping Nicholas. Then she was also sitting there accusing Laura of sitting there helping. So, she was just all over the place. Yeah, that was it. They know that it's Victor's man. Okay. I don't know. I kind of felt it to be somewhat pointless of their scenes. Um, Really, they could have just did that like off screens. Like, did we really need to sit there and see the whole CSI sort of thing going on? I don't know. I think that's about it for the most part. This episode wasn't bad. It's definitely watchable. There's just certain scenes that just don't really go anywhere and they don't really matter. Like the scenes at the hospital with Anna didn't matter. Michael and Willow didn't matter. Hell, they didn't even need to be in the episode. They could have literally did this whole episode and not put them in it. I mean, granted, they had a little talk about forgiveness with Sonny and stuff like that. And even though that's, Michael knew that Sonny saved Lucy, he pretty much still was just hating his guts. And of course, he did throw that in Willow's face when Willow's like, you practically can't even get him credit for that. You're so stuck on the past, but she does admit that she is stuck on the past with everything that Nina did to her as well. So they both pretty much got a lot of personal growth to do. Um, but again, I could have probably cared less if they were actually in the episode or not. But you know what? You let me know in the comment section, um, were their scenes really necessary? Or was that whole hospital scene really necessary? Because I felt like you could just. I mean, I know they had to sit there and tell for expedition and get people caught up because blah 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 and yada yada yada. This episode was okay. Anyway, I feel like I missed some stuff. I can't think of what, but yeah. If I forgot anything, I will sit there and talk about it in the live stream tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, like I do every night when I sit there and talk about all four of the soap operas. Um, Weekends is Saturdays and Sundays. I sit there and do it for the members. If you're not a member, hit the join button. We have a lot of fun, exclusive live streams, exclusive videos, member shout outs. You definitely want to sit there and join that as well. Also, probably have more to say about that, but I gotta kind of figure out some more stuff about that. So anyway, with that being said, I'm gonna go. I want to thank you for watching. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next video or live stream or both.